Christina. This is a new episode of FHNtoday TV. As you can see, it's paper day, so make sure you guys check out the new edition of the North Star. In today's episode, you're going to see interviews from Hannah Brown, Kyle Lemons, and Jade Shinn. You're going to get to see the new Ride of the Month segment and learn about some new gadgets. So let's get started. Can't even talk right, I'm so excited. Okay, so in this first segment, done by Jackson Nakel, he interviewed junior Hannah Brown, who started FHN's first ever step team.
It's just something different from football, soccer, tennis, swimming. It's just something that you don't see very often in suburban school districts. Mostly stepping, to me, is just a rhythmic pattern of claps, stomps, pats, snaps. Mostly anything like beats made with your body. I like the diversity, to tell you honestly. I feel like it's a whole body of different people with different personalities, and that it can just be fun. Looking out the window, tell me who do I see? I see some haters trying to steal my beat. Hit the beat, ooh, you missed. Goes like this. Sweat.
Wow, I've got to learn some moves like that. Now, you might be a little surprised at this month's Ride of the Month segment. Patrick Fountain interviewed Savannah Teuscher about her station wagon. Interesting. Let's check it out.
I'm Savannah Teuscher, and this is my 1999 Ford Taurus station wagon. My car's name is T-Wag for Teuscher wagon, but we call him T-Wag for short. My friends actually really like my car. We drive around in him a lot. We use him for transportation because you can fit tons of people in here, and everyone knows that he's a piece of crap, but you love him anyway. He's got his license plate in the back, holding on by one bolt. You have to hit the rear defrost button to work the radio because I left the windows down and got the car really wet, and the radio shorted out. And people can ride backwards in the trunk because it's got backwards seats. He's 13 years old and has 186,070 miles. This just fell off literally 2 seconds ago. You have to hit tons of buttons to get the rear windshield wiper working. The back door for the hatch, you can't actually open that. Despite all of T-Wag's problems, I still love him.
I don't care what anybody says, that car is awesome. Now on to John Doty, who's going to review some new gadgets that you probably got over winter break, and if you didn't, here's a look at them.
Thanks, Christina. Today we'll be showing you some tips and tricks for your Windows PC, Macintosh, Android phone, iPhone, or iPod Touch. This video will only have a portion of the tips and tricks, so be sure to check out video.fhntoday for all of them. First up, we're going to check out Windows God Mode, an incredibly simple way of finding things in the control panel. First, go ahead and right-click and create a new folder. Next, rename the folder and paste in this string of text. Don't worry about copying it from the screen. It'll be in the description for you to copy and paste. Next up is the Macintosh. Have you ever needed to take a picture of something on your screen? Has it ever turned out like this? Yeah, there's a better way. Simply press the keys Apple, Shift, and 4. This will bring up the tool. Then, just click and drag over the area and voila, screenshot. One of the only tips I have for iOS devices is to use iCloud. If you don't know, iCloud is a backup service provided by Apple. So if you break your phone or lose your phone or damage your phone or whatever, it's all there. All you need to do is put in your Apple ID when you get it replaced or a new one or whatever, and there you go. It'll start downloading everything you have. And finally, our last device, Android. My main tip is to get a toggle widget. Most phones have one. The toggle widget is an easy way to turn things on and off very quickly. If you want to see if you have one, just hold the home screen, tap widgets, and see if you have one. If not, I'm sure you can find one in the Android market.
Gotta love technology, huh? Now this month I sat down with senior Jade Shinn, whose dad was featured in the center of the North Star this month. He suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder, so I asked her some questions about what it's like having a dad with PTSD. What was your life like before your dad was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder?
Back when I was little, before he joined the Army, he was a lot more fun and relaxed, and we would just go and be carefree and everything. And now that he is being diagnosed with this, he just kind of sits at home, and he's kind of a lot more serious now.
Are you open to telling people that your dad has post-traumatic stress disorder, or is it something you kind of keep quiet?
I guess if people ask me about it, I would tell them. I mean, I'm not ashamed of it or anything like that. I mean, it's something that my dad went through to serve our country, and it's a sacrifice he made for everyone. So I think they should understand, and they shouldn't judge people on that.
Do you think that you've changed now that your dad has post-traumatic stress disorder?
I feel like I'm still the same person. I feel bad that, he has this, and it's hard for a lot of people to deal with and everything, but for the most part, you just have to kind of support him and get on with your own life.
If there was one thing that you could say to your dad, what would it be?
I would tell him, well, first off, thank you, and that I really did miss him when he was gone, and I understand, I don't completely understand, but I can see how rough it is coming back, and I do forgive some of the things, like not being there all the time for me, and that I love him.
Another person that was interviewed this month was Kyle Lemons, who's a basketball superstar at FHN, if you didn't know. And so here's Dan Stewart asking him a few questions about dunking and a lot of other basketball stuff.
Hello, I'm Kyle Lemons, and I'm on varsity basketball. Been dunking for about 3 years now. I first dunked on April 3rd, 2010. I was just practicing outside, and my dad just told me to try it real quick, and then I just tried, and then I did it, and I was surprised. It's a great feeling, because once you dunk, you feel like all adrenaline going through. It requires a lot of practice, because you have to turn on your legs, vertical technique and stuff like that. So I love basketball because it's been in my life forever. It's been playing for a long time. I just grew up like this one.
Well guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I've enjoyed this episode, and I'm by myself talking to you guys because you're awesome. Check back mid-February to see the new episode of FHNtoday Tv. See ya. Hey guys, I'm Christina, and welcome to the North Star.